I'm not proud of my upbringing and I'm not proud of some of the decisions I've made in my life. And it's really made me reflect on my whole transition and my trans identity. And now I'm just like, am I even really trans? Literally. Hello, welcome back to another video. My name is Alizaya and I'm your favorite black transsexual. Get up into the big purr, whatever. I'm back. How are you wonderful, amazing people doing today, girl? I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you for asking. Period. I know the title has scared a few people, but girl, we're finna dive into that title today, girl. But before we dive into today's title, I want to sit over here and give a special shout out to my channel members. Hey, Bookie Bears. If you want to become a channel member and get early access to any of my content, girl, you can literally subscribe for literally $2.99 or $3.99. I'm not going to charge you an arm and a leg. You get early access to my videos. You get special perks, girl. And sooner or later, y'all are going to get special videos just for y'all, girl. And you already know, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe because you would never find another ghetto black transsexual like me. Hello, hello, hello. I'm beautiful. You're beautiful. Get up into the bed purr, whatever. Go ahead and lock in on myself. Growing up, I always felt different. I didn't understand why I didn't fit in with people around me and why I always felt so different. But coming out as transgender didn't magically make everything easier. It opened up a whole new set of challenges that I wasn't prepared for at all, literally. So growing up, you know, I really didn't sit over here and fit in. I always felt like a black sheep, and it kind of like shaped me into a better person that I am now, and it kind of made me realize how resilient I am, literally, because I used to always get these comments that I'm just trying to do it for attention and I don't even really love myself. And, you know, I'm just a man cosplaying as a girl and stuff like that. And like all the, oh, this person just wants attention and this and that. I need to turn myself to God and stuff like that. Like the way that I've always carried myself and what I always had to argue with people is that, like, why would I choose to face discrimination? Literally, why would I choose family rejection or to be hate crimes and to be hated online? Literally, why would I do any of that for attention? Literally, like, people like me just want to just be seen, and I just want safety and respect. I've always wanted safety and respect. And growing up, I'm not gonna lie, I grew up like in the most ghettoest place ever. Literally, Waco is so ghetto. Like, people think of Waco and they think of just that massacre that happened. Girl, Waco is ghetto. Like, the whole city is the hood, girl. Even downtown is ghetto now, girl. There's homicides every other weekend. Like, I can't believe I came from a place so dark and evil like that, literally, girl. Because, like, every time I went to school, I would literally have to constantly fight and tell people, like, just leave me alone. I don't want to be talked about. I just want people to leave me alone. Like, but then I realized, like, when you come out as trans, that's just going to be you. People are going to talk about you. People are going to stare at you. And like, when I would go out in public with my friends, people would literally stare at me. This was before the whole butterfly thing. Now that I have butterflies in my hair and I wear my hair like this and I have the aesthetic like this, now I get stares even worse than I was before. Like, beforehand, I would just wear box braids, my cute little eyelashes, and people be staring at me. They'd be like this. Like, what is you looking at? Literally. And I remember I lost so many friends coming out as trans because, like, a lot of people thought this was just a gimmick. They thought this was just a phase. And they didn't want to hang around me because, like, I gave them a bad image. I gave them a bad rep. And it's so crazy now because all of them have criminal records. All of them are pregnant with baby daddies who are gay. Like, it's so incredibly crazy how time changed. Literally, like, I don't know, like, it makes me kind of sad because it's like, while people argue about my trans existence and while people ridicule me, like, there's literally people now who claim that they're trans now, which I'm not going to discredit their transition. Hey, do what you want. But, like, I'm gonna make a whole separate video about this, but there was this one particular person, and I don't know if they watch me. Hey, Bookie Bear, if you watch me, but like, they were black like me, right? But they were a black little gay boy back when I used to go to university, right? You know, they used to hang around these females or whatever, right? These little girls or whatever, and they used to always talking about me. And I would literally pull him to the side sometimes, and I'd be like, why do you allow them to talk about me like that? Why do you like allow people to sit over here and talk about me like that? Like, you act like they're not talking behind your back, and they're like, oh, but they're my cousins, you know, they don't mean no harm and stuff like that. And then their so-called cousins and their so-called family later got online bashing them, talking about they're all types of gays, they're all types of this and that. Like, that just is that just baffled me so much. And when I finally cut them off, they were calling me all types of men, all types of this and that. But when I started to actually start putting in effort into my transition, I actually started to take hormones back when I was in high school. Everybody was like, oh my God, you're really taking it serious. Congratulations, this and that. Like, people are so freaking fake, literally. And like, my childhood, I felt like I always had to prove a point. And now that I'm older and now that I'm actually 20 years old, I'm like, I have nothing to prove. I have genuinely nothing to prove because I've already proved myself that I'm a staple. And I'm not even talking about like a staple in the trans community and stuff like that. I'm talking about a staple in my life. I've proved myself right multiple times throughout my life. Everybody who talks about you, let them talk about you. They're just going to be bums and miserable and just mad at them damn selves. They have nothing going on for themselves besides talking about the next person, literally. And I've had to realize that. Everybody asks me, oh, how are you so confident? How are you this and that? I just realized, oh, well, who cares about what people think about you? At the end of the day, this is your life. Everybody has the same 24 hours as Beyonce. And I'm not proud that I pushed people away when I accidentally got misgendered in my past. Like, I feel like I could have handled a lot of situations better in the earlier stages of my transition, because I realize now that, you know, the people who are the closest to you, and let me say it like this, the people who grew up with you and actually watch you grow into the person that you're becoming, or who you've become, like, it's hard for them to understand that this drastic shift, like, you're like the very first trans person that they ever met. You're the very first trans person that they ever saw. And it's going to be hard for them to understand your pronouns. It's going to be hard for them to understand this whole transition thing, because in the mainstream media, there's no real good representation for us. And they're just like, so is this like a phase? And everybody like gets asked, is this just a phase? And it's kind of hard for you to even like, you know, say it's not a phase, because in their mind, oh, it's just a phase. My, you know, friend or my daughter or my son is just in this phase and stuff like that. No, like, you have to explain it to them. And me, I just kind of got tired of explaining it to people. I kind of got tired of, you know, getting misgendered and stuff. So I just said, forget it. I'm going to block you. I'm going to cut you off. Simple as that. Like, prime example, my auntie. I know my auntie has love for me, but she's kind of stuck in her old school mindset. Let's say it like that. And do I have love for her to this day? Yes. Like, if she was to die, I would go to her funeral. I'm gonna be honest. Even after all the stuff that she did to me, I would still go to her funeral, because I still have love for her. I still actually genuinely love her. I had to love her from a distance because she's very toxic. You get what I mean? And she kept misgendering me. It's a difference between somebody accidentally misgendering you and actually trying to genuinely understand you as a person than somebody who's intentionally doing it to bicker and to play in your feelings. You get what I mean? And I needed to learn that. It took me a long time to learn that. And that's something that I'm genuinely not proud of. And another thing that I'm not proud of is that I don't put myself out there, and I keep self-sabotaging myself, literally. Like, I've always said this, like, let me say it like this. My brothers, they say that I'm such a social butterfly and stuff like that. I don't know how to be social. Like, I really don't. Like, in my eyes, when I go up to people, I have to go based off of the vibe. Literally, like, I say it the other weekend. Literally, y'all, this one random girl, she's like, period. Like, she's looking at my hair, and I was like, you know what? Let me go say hey to her. And I just sparked this conversation. We were literally there talking about Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, like the whole Bigfoot situation. Like, we were just talking about the most random and stuff. And I didn't realize how social I am. But it's kind of hard for me to socialize with people and actually make real, genuine friends, because I always have in the back of my mind that this person could not be in my life in the future. But the way that I need to start thinking about things and start thinking of these interactions that I have with people is that Who cares if it doesn't last that long? Try to enjoy the moment. Now, what I'm trying to learn is to live in the moment. Like, try to, express yourself more. Try to actually really make genuine connections with people, because you don't know what type of people you're genuinely going to meet. And it's very hard for me to do that because of where I've come from, but I'm not there no more. Those people who, beat me down so bad, like, I'm not with them no more. So I can't bring that trauma with me anymore. And I had to carry myself forward. I had to pick up myself. I had to be like, Alizea, stand up, get up on your good foot, show these people who you are. Just be bold. Just be you. Just be you, literally. And one thing I hate is the self-sabotaging. I always y'all, I've been self-sabotaging myself with content creating. I've been so overly drained with my job, and I've been kind of taking it out on y'all by not posting. I'm tired. When I be telling people I'm tired, and I always say, ugh, I'm tired. I'm mentally drained. That's what I'm tired means. I'm mentally drained, and my social battery is done. I'm tired, literally. And I need to start self-sabotaging myself, because who knows where I'm going to be 5 to 10 years from now. I really hope that I make an impact in this world. That's why I want to put myself out there in this world, and I just want to make an impact. And I just want to show people hey, I'm the ghetto famous, I'm the famous ghetto transsexual. My bad for my language. And this one is going to be a very big shocker for a lot of people who watch me, but I'm not proud of being trans. And let me go deeper before y'all click off, girl. The reason why I say this is because I felt like if I wasn't trans, my family would love and support me more than they do. And I feel like my mother would be here more, and she wouldn't be so stressed out. And before y'all say, oh my God, Alizea, why are you saying all this stuff? I've really done some real deep thoughts. I feel like I would have a deeper connection with my auntie, a deeper connection with my granny, because they wouldn't be so ashamed of my sexuality. They wouldn't be so ashamed of who I am, because they say they love and support me, but deep down inside, they still have internalized homophobia. And I don't know. I feel like that stuff rubs off on me. And I don't know. I feel like if I wasn't trans, I could just get in more rooms. I could just do more with my life. I wouldn't have to sit over here and constantly come out the closet and tell people who I am. And I feel like my love life would be very much easier. I feel like me as a person, I could just be taken seriously. But I do realize now that, girl, life is going to be hard regardless if you're trans or not. So you better just buckle up, literally. But I don't know, I do feel that way. I don't know, because I don't have friends. So I don't have nobody to actually talk to about the things that I'm actually battling with in my head. So that's why, I want to just come on the internet and just say it bluntly. And I know some people might unsubscribe. Sorry. Y'all acting like Troy's TV. Unsubscribe, bitch, unsubscribe. But no shade. I don't know. I am also not proud of having to hide my trans identity and trying my hard to pass 24/7 just to get a job and just to get respected. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I go to these jobs and I get these interviews and stuff, I literally I suppress my transgender identity. I literally go in there acting like a man. Literally, I don't go in there with no makeup. And if I do go in there with makeup, baby, I'm giving the fish. It's either the fish or the man. Literally, it's giving fish or brick. Simple as that. No tea, no shade. I be going there all types of professional. I always say this, literally, you can ask anybody in my family who's deeply close with me. They say, what does Alizea do to be professional? Put on their white girl voice. I have a clear white girl voice, girl. No tea, no shade, girl. And when I go to these job interviews, or when I'm working, I have to put on my professional voice. Hello, yes, girl. Well, not yes, girl, because that's unprofessional, but I be like, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, of course. I am so, deeply sorry. Whole time, Black and Yana about to come out. Girl, I don't care about that. Girl, I be want to go off. No tea, no shade, but I got to keep it professional and, clear, girl. Like I said, I put on my white girl voice. And I'm sad that I even had to do that. I'm sad that I genuinely can't be myself. I don't know. That's why, like, I'm so against working a 9 to 5 job. I'm so against clocking in and clocking out because that's not what I genuinely want to do. I genuinely want to make an impact in this world. I can't make an impact having to put on a fake persona to impress people. I hate doing that. I like being myself, literally. And you can see it now, girl. I literally go into work like this and people be like, why do you do all this stuff? What is with all this makeup? This is me, baby. Black, ghetto, and trans, honey. You ain't never gonna find another ghetto transsexual like me. Hello, bada bing, bada boom. And I hate that I had to put on this persona that I need to pass, or like I'm trying to pass 24/7. Like, when I go to my job, like, this is the first job I've ever gotten called sir every single day that I worked there. Like at Chili's, I've gotten called sir out of the whole year I've ever worked there. Like every other job I've always gotten called ma'am, but this job in particular, sir, Mr., man, this and that, black beach, like, oh my God, it's so genuinely ghetto. Like it's so freaking ghetto. And I don't know, y'all, like, this is the main reason why I'm just trying to pass now. Why, like, I want to take my transition even more serious because I'm tired of getting discriminated against. I'm tired of getting called man. Like, maybe I'm actually starting to give brick now, so maybe I actually do need to put in some effort into my transition. So, we got to take that step forward. But yeah, bada bing, bada boom. And the biggest thing that I'm not proud of is how this community represents activism. So I've always said this. I feel like a lot of our advocates and I feel like a lot of our, trans figures, they don't really do a good job at representing your average typical trans person. And that's the main reason why I have gotten on YouTube now. That's my purpose to life. Like that's what I'm driven for. I'm driven to make a change. I'm driven to actually show people like, this is your average typical trans person. They're just trying to live their life and they just want to be seen and respected. Like, it's that simple. We're not trying to harm anybody. And I don't know, like, a lot of these trans people are just cuckoo in the head. Not all, but like a lot of them are. Like, I don't know, like, I don't even want to get into that because that's not what this video is about. But like, I hate the misrepresentation in our community. I really want to see somebody like me. I haven't seen a black trans woman my age get any recognition like the other peers. Literally, like, I don't even want to get into that because I don't want to get deleted and demonetized and all that other stuff. But that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. But y'all can relate. And I'm not proud of feeling like I need surgeries to feel beautiful on the outside based on what society tells me, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't read comments. Like if my video does better than usual and I see more than like 3 hate comments, I'm not gonna lie, girl, I don't read the comments. I swear to God, I don't read the comments. Because it's always somebody ignorant saying, oh, we can tell. Oh, you still look like a man. Or, oh, in order for you to be trans, you need to go get your surgery. You need to get FFS. You need your nose chipped. You need, your thing down near chips. Like, girl, I don't need none of that to feel like a woman. I don't need none of that to feel like I'm trans. Like, literally, I'm me. I'm black and I'm ghetto. And this whole idea of these terms and words, like, people always tell me, oh my God, you're using the wrong terms to describe yourself as a trans person. You're not a transsexual, because if you were transsexual, you have the thing at the bottom. Honey, I know that. I'm not stupid. I'm genuinely not stupid. I know, girl, I know how to somewhat read. Girl, I'm not stupid. The reason why I call myself transsexual because it just sounds ghetto and fabulous. Literally. You don't really see transsexuals out here claiming that they're transsexual and actually using that term unless they're in ballroom or in that. Because when they're out in public, they just go by woman. That's it. I go by trans and black and ghetto. Like, I'm ghetto. This is me. This is what you're going to get. Literally. And if you don't like it, that's fine. Go suck a bag of bricks out of my ass. I don't give a f***. Like, literally, this is me. And I just hate that I feel like I need surgeries in order to be seen, in order to get into certain rooms. Like, the biggest thing is I hate that I feel like I need to get my nose chipped or whatever the hell. Like, I don't know. I'm starting to have some insecurities with myself, but I'm trying to beat that because, like, younger me, I wasn't so insecure. Like, I was insecure, but I wasn't that insecure. And, like, last year, I wasn't insecure at all. Now I'm like, oh, my God, like, you just look, like, ugly. You look mortifying. Like, you look a mess. And I don't like that. Maybe it's because the environment I'm in right now and I need to change the scenery. But, like, I hate where I'm at right now. Like in my life, like I just feel mentally drained. Like you can see the eye bags. That's how drained I am, literally, girl. And one of the very biggest things that I'm not proud of is letting a man pin me down and take advantage of my body and take advantage of my well-being, literally. I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I couldn't scream because I felt like if I was gonna scream, I was gonna get taken off of this planet. I feel like, you know, literally because I'm trans, like this whole situation of if it, like, you know, I was to get taken off this planet, like it would go into the wrong direction and I wouldn't get any justice. Like I don't want to end up like a stereotype. And what I mean by stereotype is like, how do I say it like this? Like, you know, when certain trans people, this isn't even about like black trans women either. This is just about trans women in general. When they get taken off the planet, they always get called a man, and the man who actually took them off the planet, they always get the, you know, what is it called? I don't know what it's called, but like it's this one word that they use to get away with like manslaughter instead of like, you know, or whatever, right? You get what I mean? And I don't know. It made me feel so low in my life, and oh my God, y'all, like, it's so crazy what I've been through. Like, oh my God, like, I really been reflecting on my whole life and the things I'm not proud of, literally. Like, I felt like I could have been so much stronger and so much better and actually beat the hell out of him because, like, girl, I don't care if I was gonna get beat up, but girl, I'm not gonna lie, I can't believe that happened. And if you want to know about that story time, literally just go to my live streams, and it's in one of those live streams. It's like, I think it happened on Valentine's Day or whatever. I don't remember, but like it was one of those story times where I was venting about my day, and I told the whole story, girl. It was a mess. It was a holy freaking mess, girl. I'm not gonna lie. I was beaten up I was beaten up for a good 3 months. Let's just say it like that. Yeah, no shade. And what I've learned in my life is that I'm learning to be gentle with myself, to understand that my worth isn't defined by society's expectations or even by my own doubts. And I'm slowly finding, you know, small moments of self-acceptance. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I hate what I see, not because of who I am, but because of how the world makes me feel about who I am. I feel shame. I feel guilt. I feel like I'm constantly being judged for existing. I'm not proud of being transgender, but I'm proud of how much I can endure and keep pushing myself to survive. I want to make an example of what a person can do if they keep fighting for what they want and prove the world wrong. This is my life, and I don't want to die, you know, knowing that I didn't impact people's lives. I want to die knowing that I impacted people's lives. I want to make a global impact, and I want to show people that trans people are just human beings trying to just live a comfortable and quiet life like normal human beings. This is my life, and I genuinely want to die knowing that I made an impact. I want to grow, a community. I want to meet my subscribers. I want to actually talk to people. Like, I'm different from your typical influencer. Like, these influencers are so fake. And I'm talking about the trans people too, especially. They'll sell you like $40, $50, $80 hoodies. Girl, you gonna make that at the goddamn dollar store. Like, nobody wants to buy that, literally. And these people just care about money and fame. They just care about brand deals and stuff like that. Like, that's cool and all, but like, when you lose the core audience, like, that just is so weird. I don't want to be that type of trans person. I really want to help my community out. I really want to give back. I want to, you know, give people hormones in the future. Like, I want to help people get apartments and stuff. Like, I really want to be impactful, girl. I want to die knowing I impacted billions of people. That's what I want to do. And, you know, right now, I'm just learning as I go. No tea, no shade, but I love you guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how I did in this video. I know this video is a little bit too long for your liking, but I'm so incredibly sorry. No tea, no shade, girl. I got you out your coin. Let me stop. I'm just playing with you, girl. I just got you out your time. No tea, no shade. But like, I love you, amazing, wonderful people. I'm gonna talk to you amazing people later because, girl, you would never find another ghetto black transsexual like me, and I gotta record some Halloween videos. So bada bing, bada boom. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Bye, loves.